Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Book of Science. Today I am teaching about 9th class physics 3rd chapter laws of motion. What is a force? A force is that physical cause which changes or tends either the size or the shape or the state of rest of the motion of the body. It means change the state of rest or motion of the body. For example, this is the pen I keep on the book. So this is in the rest position. So I use a small force. So the changes of the motion of the pen. So the changes of state of rest or the motion of the body. For example, a force due to gravity makes an apple fall down. And next example is the pull exerted by a horse moves a cart. A hockey stick to change the speed and direction of motion of the ball. We use the hockey stick just like this. So the ball direction and the motion also changed. Change the size or shape of the body. How to change the shape of the body? For example, by hammering a small piece of silver sheet, a big tin foil is made. This is another example. The steam pushing out from a pressure cooker occupies a large volume in the atmosphere. So, how many types of forces? There are mainly two types of forces: contact forces, non-contact forces. In this class, we will discuss about contact forces. Contact forces are 5 types. Non-contact forces are 3 types. Non-contact means we doesn't use any physical touch. So contact forces are 5 types. The force of friction, normal reaction force, force of tension exerted by a string, force exerted by a spring, force exerted on two bodies during collision. Non-contact means not physical touch. So these are all 3 types: gravitational force, electrostatic force, magnetic force. In this class we will discuss about these 5 types of contact forces. Frictional force. When a body slides over a rough surface, a force starts acting on the body in a opposite direction to the motion of the body. Motion means movement. This is called the frictional force or the force of friction. For example, this is the table. We keep a book on the table. So we push in this direction the book. So the force is in the opposite direction. Next one, normal reaction force. When a body is placed on a surface, the body exerts a force downwards. For example, in our palm, we keep a small block. So a block is placed on a surface of our on the palm. So the body exerts a force downwards. Why? Because it has a weight. So the force due to weight of block on palm in downside. So the equal force equal to its weight on the surface, but the body does not move or fall because the surface exerts an equal and opposite force on the body normal to the surface, which is called normal reaction force. For example, this is the palm, this is a block. So the force due to weight, the block is on the palm is downwards and the reaction of the force is upside. So opposite direction. Third one, tension force as applied through strings. When a body is suspended by a string, so this is the some weight of the body. It is suspended to the spring to a rigid support. See, this is the rigid support. This is a weight of the body. It is attached, suspended to the string. The body pulls the string vertically downwards. So the body has weight. So the weight W of the body is pulling the string downwards. So the string in its stretched condition pulls the body upwards by a force which balances the weight of the body. So the force developed in the string is called tension. So the letter is T. T means tension. So two forces are equal and opposite direction. So rigid support. So the body is suspended to a string attached to the rigid support. So the weight or W of the body is pulling downwards, and the tension is, the force is in the same and opposite direction of upwards. One, force exerted by a spring. So first of all, we learn about, this is the rigid support, only the spring is attached one side. So this is the rigid support, the spring is attached to the point. So this is the normal position of the spring. In the second point, if we pull this spring, left side, the force is in the opposite direction. So the force is in the right side. Next, third one, if we push inside, it means right side the spring, the force is in opposite direction. So restoring force exerted by a spring above diagram. Next, third one, if the spring is attached in the two fixed points, horizontal spring attached with two objects AB. So the spring is attached in the both points. So this is the normal position of the spring. In the second point, if we compressed the spring, so the forces is in the opposite direction. Compressed means spring inside and the forces is in the opposite direction. Next one, if we stretched the spring pulls the object. If the spring is normal position, here in this we stretched inside, so the forces are outside. If we stretched this spring, the forces are inside. So opposite direction of the force. Next one, force exerted during collision. Bodies are moving towards each other. In the first point, the two bodies moving towards each other. What will happen? So the two bodies are collision. So this is FA, this is FB. So FAB means force on A due to B. FBA means force on B due to A. So in the last one, after the collision, what will happen? The two bodies moving away from each other after collision. So the force exerted during collision. Thank you everyone. Please subscribe to my channel.